Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video, stop me if you've heard this before, but we are here to break down, react and discuss another fantastic display and a fantastic win from this Rangers team. And you know son, I'll actually just be brutally honest, that scoreline of Rangers 4, Ross County 0 doesn't tell the tale of this game at all. So if you missed it, you come here, you click on this video, you see the scoreline, you're thinking to yourself, wow, we must have had the feet up, lounging about, just enjoying ourselves versus Ross County. But it wasn't. Truthfully, Ross County came here and made it very, very difficult. But once again, we answered that challenge and showed quality when quality was able to be shown. Big players stepped up, we took our opportunities and were just flat out ruthless, which was the thing that Gerrard wanted the day he walked into this job. By God, is that not what we're experiencing right now from this Rangers team? Because after that win versus Ross County, our league stats stands like this. 45 goals scored, 3 conceded. That right there isn't normal, people. That's when you put FIFA on amateur and absolutely smash a team you hate to make you feel better in the ticker. That doesn't happen in real life. It shouldn't happen in real life, but it is happening now, and full credit to this Rangers team, the staff, the players, everyone to buy into an idea and going out there and executing it, because right now it's such a good time to be a Rangers fan. But speaking of good time, cheap plug, but as always, if you are new around here or even if you enjoy the channel, why not help the channel out by hitting that subscribe button? It's free, doesn't cost you a penny, and it just helps us on our frickin' way. And speaking of on our way, let's enough talking around the game, let's actually dive in and speak about it, because I want to speak about Tavernier. I want to speak about a couple of these players because they're absolutely unreal. However, it's got to be said, the first 25 minutes of this game was bad. I mean, it was, people, because Ross County were honestly out here playing a 6-4-0. Now, I haven't seen that in a very long time. The only time I've ever seen it was, you know when, with you know who in charge, and it didn't go very well in the game. But it did provide a tough challenge for this Rangers team to actually try to crack, and you could see us passing it from side, trying to create gaps, but there just wasn't anything there, and that kind of explains why the first major opportunity in this game did fall for Ross County, as we do overcommit to try and create gaps, and they catch us with a long ball in behind the defensive line. I think it's the young lad, he cuts inside, he rattles a shot that I honestly thought was in, but Alan McGregor with yet another Alan McGregor moment. Go open your scrapbook, people, slap another one, slap that picture right in there, because that is a game-winning challenge, because from that exact second his glorious, beautiful shagger paw got on top of that football, we were a different side. We woke up and we really took Ross County to task. And before we go ahead and speak about the goals and the assists and the wonderful bits of play, I just wanted to make sure we make a point of that save, because that changed the entire game for us, and that's why Alan McGregor is as great as he is, people, because he has that. He doesn't need to make 10 saves a game, but he's there to make that one that is a game changer, and the big man did it again, and I couldn't love the guy anymore. So that save right there from Alan McGregor was on the 25th minute of this game, and in the 26th/27th we put the ball in the back of net after some wonderful build-up playing. Now, you have to give Alfredo Morelos a lot of credit for this one, because again, he didn't start off too well, I would say, in the first 25 minutes, but he's big in this exact moment, because he gets to the ball, his first touch is right, he brings the defender out with him, then he passes to Stephen Davis, and because he's dragged that defender out, that gives Stephen Davis that much room to fit the football, and that's exactly what Davis does with a first time drill pass, taking out 5 Ross County players. It was all in and around that area. Tavernier is there, of course he is, but didn't take that for granted. Times his run to perfection, whips a delicious low driven ball into the box, but even that isn't necessarily an easy tap, and I love Kamaru, not only because of his movement and his intelligence, but he's got a bit of strength in him as well, and he just wants that more than the defender. That's all that comes down to, and he slaps into the back of net, and that's 1-0 to Rangers, and we really, really needed that. But it was 60 seconds after that save for McGregor. Do you think I mentioned the save enough? No? Okay. Now, all joking on that aside, that's 1-0 to Rangers, and yet another assist for the captain, which did to that point make it 11 assists, by the way, but we're not going to sit here and break down those stats and admire them, because the skipper went on to add to that in the second half. But before we get there, the other major talking point in terms of on-the-field action before the first half ended was when we probably could and should have made it 2-0, and it actually came within a couple minutes of us making it 1-0, where the exact same combination, Tav, Davis, Morelos, is all combining. The ball eventually falls to Kemar Roofe inside the box, but this time his quality is a little bit lacking as he blasts it early bar. But given what he did a couple minutes before that, we'll let him off with that, Ian. Now, unfortunately, before we get to the second half and have fun and speak about Tavernier and the goals that was actually scored in the second half, there was obviously a serious incident that is getting spoken up, rightly so, by the way, just before half-time, as Viggers comes in, absolutely just wipes out Alfredo Morelos. He's not looking to get the fit ball, he's looking to leave one on Morelos, and he does that, but thankfully Morelos kind of times his jump and gets away to minimalise the contact that was obviously there for Viggers. But no complaints about that one, the referee books him, right, fair enough. We've got bigger fish to fry, because after that, Gardine, I don't know why, he tries to fall on top of Morelos. Morelos pushes him off and protects himself. Now, again, nothing wrong with that either, it's just a fanny being a fanny. But where I do have a problem is with what happened next, as he quite clearly says something that sets the Rangers players off and the management off. And again, nothing has been confirmed as I'm currently recording today's video. Maybe it has been by the time you're actually watching this, and we can talk about that down in the comments. But as far as I know, the exact words hasn't been clarified yet. Now, as far as I know, the rumours are it's sort of leaning towards a more homophobic slur rather than a racial slur. But even that, there's absolutely no place for it in football, and I'm expecting something to actually be done, because you saw the reaction from the players and there's just no place for that. But moving away from that incident and that fanny being a fanny, let's not let an idiot's decision take away the shine of what was a fantastic performance, fantastic effort and a fantastic result from Rangers, because we've got a second half of football to talk about, and by God, was it glorious. Because the second half started off the exact way every single one of us on this channel wanted it to, with Rangers being pissed off, using it in the right way and looking to kill this game off early, because within 4 minutes of the second half we nearly did that after Ryan Kent takes two players for a walk and doesn't even phone them back. People, he throws the ball into the mixer. Kemar Roofe's header is well saved by Laidlaw, and just when you think Morelos is getting his goal, there's yet another block from the lad's shot. He's just got absolutely no luck in front of goal right now, but that was an early warning sign that we were going to kill this game off early, and that set us up for what was to come. Now, before we go ahead and speak about the second goal in the game, I want to talk about my moment of the year, people, and it came from Stephen Davis, who not only was just at peak Stephen Davis, doing everything, intercepting, tackling, winning the ball back, pinging through balls through spaces that doesn't even exist at points in that game, but he steps up here in the 50th minute, write it down on the old calendar, people, because Stephen Davis does a Rabona. I've got nothing else to say, because there's nothing else to say. That's what he done. But regarding the actual goals, let's get to the 58th minute of the game then, shall we? Because the ball actually starts on the right hand side with Tavernier and Goldson involved. Of course it does. It eventually gets worked after some brilliant work from Morelos out to the left hand side to Ryan Kent, who whips in a nice little ball to Alfredo Morelos. And I'm laughing here, by the way, because Ryan Kent didn't have an opportunity or a chance to pass to anyone else, because if you watched that game, you heard Alfredo Morelos shout Kent the most aggressive way I've ever heard anything shouted ever. No wonder Kent passed to him. But anyway, the ball does come in. Morelos' shot is of course blocked, but eventually goes back out to Ryan Kent, who's got a first time cross, is to perfection to Kemar Roofe, but it is well defended by I think it's Morris actually gets amongst it in that opportunity as well. He stops Kemar Roofe's shot from going in, but it ends up hitting off Tavernier and going into the back of net anyway, making it yet another goal and an assist for Tavernier in a game of football. That takes his season stats to 25 games played, 19 clean sheets, 16 goals scored and 11 assists. That's not normal. Now granted, one of the clean sheets should be removed from that list after Balogun makes a wee mistake in the 65th minute that allows Ross County to get inside the box and whip a beautiful cross into the back post that beats everyone. Bassey can't get there, Connor Randall can. I still don't know how he didn't score. I just didn't. He hits it out of the bar for about half a yard out. Incredible miss. keeping the clean sheet intact for him. Staunch for the Ross County player. Thank you, Connor. You're getting a fruit basket at Christmas, son. But where a Ross County player should have scored in the 72nd minute, they did end up scoring, but unfortunately for them, it was in the rain back of the net. But before we speak about the own goal, we need to take a look at, the quality before the ball went in the back of net, because you're looking at Connor Goldson picking yet another perfectly weighted pass to Tavernier, who's made another perfectly timed run to beat the offside trap, and he gets in behind the defence. He's got Morelos square, tries to find him, and Morris has to get to the football, because if he doesn't touch it, Morelos has got a tap in, so he tries to get on the end of it. It's one of them that's impossible to defend for a defender, but ends up slapping it in the back of net. That's another goal to Rangers, and yet another assist to Tavernier, I think. I don't know, is it? Somebody tell me. Can I count it? Because I will. Now, after the third goal of the game, we did bring the changes and a lot of players came on, but what really impressed me is every player came on the park, didn't sulk and say, alright, the game's over, let's just see it out. No, every one of them tried to add to the scoreline and tried to run themselves into the ground. You're looking at Hadji with a fantastic free kick in the 80th minute, very, very unlucky with that. A couple minutes later, you had the big man involved, and I'm really, really happy for this, because the game looks done and dusted, right? It's the 91st minute, the whistle's about to be blown. Bassett has a long ball up to Cedric. He's got no right and no need to get stuck in to that player and force a mistake out of him, but that's not how that boy's wired. He's trying to grab his opportunity playing for Rangers with both hands. He hassles, he doesn't give up, he eventually wins the duel, and then has he got the quality behind it? Is he going to try and just have a goal for himself? No, he gets his head up, does the right thing, passes it in to Jermaine Defoe on his 800th game as a professional for club and country, which is outstanding. But what's even better is the touch, swivel and finish for here, and that's what Jermaine Defoe is all about, man. And some people might say, oh, he's a wee bit lucky. No, he means every single aspect of that, in my opinion, because you can see it in one of the angles. He quite clearly tries to touch it down and he's already swivelling, because that's all in his mind before he even gets the football. And that's what separates the true great goal scorers than other guys that can just score great goals. Because there is a difference, and Jermaine Defoe is that difference. Everything's perfect, and what's even better, by the way, is it's a double nutmeg as it goes in as well, which in my opinion should be worth 2 goals. But I don't think it works like that. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is the game recap done and dusted. 4-0 to Rangers. And one of my favourite moments for the game, by the way, was the fact that Morris went on to win the official Ross County Man of the Match. They announced that about the 89th minute in the game, which is tremendous staunchness for that football club, picking the one player that scored an own goal and giving him the Man of the Match. We see yous. Well done, lads. Cheers. But with the game recap done and dusted, if you're looking at Man of the Matches, you've got a lot of options in there. Again, Tavernier will grab a lot of the headlines, but there was one player for me that was absolutely a 10 out of 10, and if you watch this channel quite a lot, I'm quite rare with the old 10 out of 10s, but I thought Stephen Davis was absolutely immaculate. You know I'm a Connor Goldson guy, I absolutely adore Tavernier, but Davis for me put in a truly perfect display. Every aspect of the game he ticked, and he had the quality to break down at a time where we didn't look like we had an opportunity to get in behind. He created it, he set us on our way, and for me, he was my man of the match. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is the game recap. That is my man of the match. Now it's time for me to hand the reins over to you guys, because if you're still watching today's video, I would love to hear your opinions on this game. This is what the channel is all about, and I'd love to know who was your man of the match. Again, you don't need to agree. Fire in your opinions. It's a good time to be a Rangers fan. So let's have a cheeky wee conversation. But as always, I just want to take a wee brief moment to thank you for all your support and taking the time out of your Sunday night to sit here and listen to me talk about Rangers things. I'll see you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. All the best, and bye-bye.